Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. Hey Verene, how are you?
Hello. I'm quite good. Just that I need to work on something about my future career. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually what I was gonna ask because you've been free for 1 full week now. So
Yeah.
I was wondering what you're doing. But yeah, since you're planning for your career, so that's good. That's good. But what? So there's something I believe you have been thinking every single day as well. Since now, actually it's been quite some time since having locked down all this, since studying at home.
Yeah.
One common question that we think about every day is lunch. What to eat for lunch? You
Yes.
encounter that every single day, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And do you cook or do you usually like take out or like delivery now? Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So because we have a full lockdown currently, so my parents are at home, so I don't do any decision now because they will do that. And then before that, when they're working, it's just me and my brothers at home. During that time, I usually ask for delivery.
Okay. Do you have a trouble deciding all this?
Yes. This is one of the hardest question every day. I believe you have that problem as well, don't you?
Well, I don't actually order delivery that often, and if you do track through my Grab food history, you'll be quite surprised that maybe I'm okay. I'm pretty sure that's less than 10. That's less than 10 orders. And then 50% of the orders is when I order for friends, including you and other of my friends, like as a surprise or something. So yes, that's how rare I use food delivery app. But it's because of my location as well. So either I cook or I just can drive like 2 minutes to my nearest shop, and then there's a lot of food option there already, of course, and they're quite good. There's like five what we call kopitiams, which with a lot of food options there, and then at least another 5 to 7 cafes and restaurants down there. So food is never a problem to me. So with this, I never really think of delivery. Just that I have to make a decision on what to eat, what to choose from all that places. And yes, last time when I was like taking away food, this is a common question that happens between me and my sister because she's studying at home and then I'm working from home, so I ask this question all the time. But recently, I've switched to cooking, which is quite simple. I just look at whatever's in the fridge, or sometimes just like simple noodles or that with sauce, anything. So she just eat whatever I decide.
That's very good.
But yes, today we are talking about what to eat for lunch, but we are trying to find a way to decide what to eat for lunch more efficiently. So we call this episode "The Art of Efficient Lunch Decision Making." Verene, do you have any thoughts on this?
Okay, I think sometimes we can't decide. One of the reasons is that we have too many options. So I believe there might be some people that actually eat the same thing every single day.
Yes. In fact, let's talk about this. So, if you have a like, what is your go-to thing? If you don't know what to eat, my go-to thing have always been chicken rice. Yes, like literally chicken rice. Like, well, my go-to, and it's like the same roasted chicken rice. I just, for some reason, it can't really go that wrong. Like so wherever it go, it will taste less good, but then it won't taste terrible. So I'm quite okay with that. Or even just fried rice. I'm quite okay with rice, but fried rice it can turn out bad. So that's a bit risk there. But what about you? What's your go-to thing?
I think my go-to thing is fried rice as well because it's a very simple thing. And then one thing is that my what is it? How do you say? Of course, it's standard. I mean,
Okay.
the standard of the food is not really something that that matters too much to me, because as long as it doesn't taste like really really disgusting or what, then I'm fine with it. Yeah. So yeah, I guess fried rice.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say how do you usually decide on what to eat?
Uh, okay, just take my experiences from ordering Grab food delivery. Usually, I'll look at the price because
Okay.
I have to pay for my brothers as well, so I might not want to spend too much because it might be very expensive over the
Mm-hmm.
course of time. So, first thing I'll look at the price, and second thing is that I try not to repeat that every day. Yeah. So if that's something that I think we can always get it, then I'll get it like once a week. So we won't be
Mm,
repeating the same thing every day.
okay.
So
Okay. But I believe even with these criteria, you still have a lot of decisions to make, right? Like it's not a simple choice where like after you're filtering out the price and filtering out the stuff which you have ordered this week, you're not gonna repeat. There's still some decision needed to
yeah,
for you to make, right?
yeah. So so okay, although I didn't really do this, but I thought of this like you make a list like a timetable stuff, then like Monday you eat what type of food, then Tuesday what, then you just preset that table, then you just follow. Maybe that might be a way to solve this problem. What
Do
do you
do do you actually use that?
No.
Do you actually use that? Oh, you don't. Okay, never mind then. But yes, actually, in fact, I think that is a very good idea, because like always, like what you do with timetabling, putting on your calendar, scheduling your life, that
Mm-hmm.
is whatever you do. You set whatever you do every single day. So that makes your life easier. So why not just do something like this? But I do find that there are some people who just things that like life is so boring. Like why do I want to follow this kind of
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
And they try to think they think that this is, yeah, they just think that it's boring. Like why limit yourself to this? And
Mm-hmm.
then but this the thing is that they still can't make decisions. So like when it comes to lunch, they be like they have a list that they don't want, but then they still say that they don't know. So when people can actually ask them, they'd be like, oh, no, I don't really want this. Oh, I don't prefer this. Oh, I had this, it's actually terrible. Can we not have this again? Like even though maybe she had this like 2 weeks ago, she just like didn't like it. So basically she had an idea on what she doesn't like, but like they can't think of something.
Mm. Yeah, true. But I believe when I say I don't know, then maybe the other person give me a suggestion. I'll just take it. At least I
I
was
quite agree with that.
yeah.
You're someone that's quite okay with everything. But oh, there's this one thing though. Yes, from the 4 hour work week as well. So they talk
Mm-hmm.
about, instead of saying I don't know, we shouldn't limit ourselves to being don't know. When you talk about when you talk I don't know this thing, it forces you not to think. You are
Mm-hmm.
being very lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And like what we talked about last week, if you work on something continuously, it turns into a habit, and this is not a very good thing, because
Yeah.
thinking is a capability that we must work on. So we forced to think of an idea. We can say that actually we should just eliminate this word called this word I don't know. We should make any kind of suggestion, or we just like, if there is a idea already came out, or then and and someone is asking you for more idea, maybe you can just say that I agree with that one. Why? Don't just say that you agree. By agreeing, it's actually a simple answer. It's
Mm-hmm.
better to give a reason as well, just to try to think. Yeah. So, and even if you, in the worst case, maybe it's now you still are used to saying I don't know, but you should add a word called yet. I don't know yet. which means that you still put some thought into it, because we shouldn't just like not think at all. That is a very, very bad habit.
Yeah.
And
I
this
get
is
your point.
something to plot in, because yeah, I just realized it's some practice that I think everyone is just too used to. So when we talk, actually, imagine we have like 10 brains when we are making lunch decisions. Why can't this 10 brain just like think of something?
Yeah.
Right? But of course, like maybe the toughest part is on agreeing. But I believe if everyone does give an idea, it's easier to get an agreement initially, instead of just like, okay, everyone has no idea, and then just everyone actually has no idea, and then one person say let's do this, and then others say no, and then we come out and then others say no, so it makes the process kind of inefficient.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. From what you say just now, it reminds me of something. So let me ask you a question. What if the decision making for lunch become harder? It's because of too many opinions from different people. What will you do?
I becoming harder. Okay, so like what I say, still I prefer having more opinions initially than actually more judgment. Yeah, I'll say opinion and actually not. Okay, are you talking specifically about opinion or suggestions? Because the difference between suggestion is what they are giving initially when we are first time asking what everyone wants for lunch. Opinion is basically similar to judgment, where after we kind of throw out an idea, people say I don't want this because of some reason. So which one are you talking about, suggestion or opinion?
Let's make it the suggestion.
Suggestion, okay. Yeah, suggestion. I quite like suggestion, but of course there's still something hard to it. In cases where we are trying to let's say eat at a place, so we are trying to have everyone eat at one single place. I will I will agree with the one that has the most options, so it covers the general option. Or yeah, like even I can understand, like let's say everyone just speaks of their own cuisine and specific restaurant that only offers that root cuisine, so we still try to find one that has maybe at least fits like two persons liking or something like that, and then we try to like tell like, oh, is everyone okay with that, because at least like there's more choices there, so it allows more people to like, it doesn't require everyone to tweak their what they wanted too much. Yeah, they still have to change somehow, but at least not to the maximum or something like totally change an idea. So I would definitely do that. So basically just choose
So it's like
maybe choose like a general restaurant, like a fusion restaurant. I will agree with that lah.
okay.
But if another case where, let's talk about everyone is actually okay with like, so they're not eating on their own, but they're okay with splitting into groups. That's actually easier. So like similar cuisine or whatever, groups by groups, we just group them up that way. Yeah, so that's actually what I'll do.
Okay. But this become a problem when there's a gathering, right?
Yes. So like actually the first one. So I'm sorry. So just like what I said just now. So when it comes to a gathering, we try to find the most general, the most general option now. Like not basically everyone can get what they want there. Yeah, something like that. That's why I I tend to like something like food court or
like kopitiam concept.
Not really kopitiam concept lah, because the thing about we still don't really have gatherings at kopitiam yet.
Yeah.
So that is not that workable yet. But something like food court or even something like IKEA cafe. Yeah, so it offers more choices, and then it's something that people generally accept. Yeah. But best case, I've actually for a few gatherings I've been recommending food court because there's everything there, and then sometimes you can even bring outside food like within that mall or something. So it offers more choices, lah.
That's cool. I don't think I have any like real gatherings at food court before. So,
but yes, okay. Let's talk about your experience trying to like make a decision with your friends or something on lunch. Because I think the last time we actually did this is actually quite some time already since the lockdown happening. Like we have significantly decreased the need to actually make lunch decisions.
Yeah, true. From my experience, okay. From my last experience, I think I was with two of my best friends, and then usually I'm not very particular of what to eat unless they can't think of anything. So I remember that day, one of my friends actually say, suddenly she wanted to eat something related to hot pot, but then there's no choices about those normal Chinese hot pot that we eat at that place. I think that's just like something related to Japanese or Korean cuisine. So they actually can't make a decision to choose whichever they want. Then I think I think I asked them to look at the menu if there's anything that they like or dislike. So when you can eliminate what you don't want, then it becomes easier.
Yes, actually that's true. That is very true. Okay, but in your case, I kind of like your case because they already framed the into one single category where we're talking about like hot pot.
Yeah.
So you know that okay, it's just within hot pot. So now within hot pot, let's take out all the stuff that we don't want, and then we will actually have a few left. So this is actually good. So we start with a selection, filter it, and then we get what I want. But you know what's a problem with my friends? I have some let's not say anything bad. But yeah, of course they're just friends being friends. Oh, when we talk about okay, what to eat for lunch, or what to eat for dinner, they give they like to give all this answer like, okay, so let's eat out. Okay, I've made my decision. We were eating outside today. We're not cooking here, so yes. Okay. Now it's your turn to think about what to eat. So yeah, I am someone that's actually pretty okay with anything. I just need a decision or something, of course. And then sometimes with my friends, they are very particular with the flavor, and then with the price. That's the two things. So I am quite particular with the convenience. I prefer something that's simple and easy, like very fast. But let's say if it's with my friends, as long as they're okay with it and then we have the time, I'm okay with traveling further, but not too far.
Okay.
So that's the part I don't like about my bunch of friends where this just happens. They don't have a particular want, or they sometimes they just want something that is just too far away or repetitive. Yeah, they like something that's repetitive. So if the repetitive idea is close, it's okay, but usually they are very far, and then it just doesn't make sense to travel so far for just a food for me. So, and then if we eliminate that option, they don't have other option. They can't think of what to eat. Yeah, but then actually mainly it's two of my friends, and one is a guy, one is a girl. My guy friend Cozy, so he's actually quite fine with almost everything. So except fast food particularly. He didn't really like fast food. I remember last time I was like, why not, let's just get McDonald's, like it's the simplest option and it's very close. But he never liked that. So I just eliminated that option since then.
Okay, being healthy.
I guess it's being healthier. So but yeah, like, because ultimately when you have no decision, Like why not that, right? But
Yeah.
apparently they don't like it. So yes, so I do have my list. Actually, my list are things that are convenient. I just like convenience. But yeah, they try to think of something that's good, that is cheap, and something that okay. I think that's not third option. That's mainly only two. So cheap and good, and maybe not something that's the same or something. So yeah. But to the one that's a girl. So she's Debbie. Oh, she makes things complicated because she kind of have comments about a lot of things. Yeah, she kind of have comments about a lot of things. She doesn't really enjoy thinking, but when we talk about this, she doesn't want that. She doesn't want this. She doesn't want that. Yeah, basically what I talked about this just now. So I like how you talk about having one selection and then filtering it out. But I believe in your case, they constrained by anything? Like when they choose food, do they constrain? Like in my case, my friends, they're constrained by price and that thing actually tasting good.
I think they're not really constrained of anything. Just that they don't that.
So they're open to trying new stuff, right?
Yeah. In the end, we actually choose something that three of us didn't actually try before.
Yeah, that's actually good. So yeah, like my friend, they don't do that. Yeah, I guess the thing is they have this constraint and they can't think of an idea. Yeah, and of course I can think of ideas, but I just prefer something that's convenient, and then convenient stuff is usually not what they want. Like when we talk about something that's close to their place, and they just say, "Oh, this is not good. That's not good." Like if it's me, I'm like, "Yeah, actually, that's okay, right?" Or they just like to talk about, "Oh, this overpriced or something." I guess, overpriced. It's like they have this price constraint, so I can't talk much about that. But for me, like if it's convenient, like, why not? At least it's good. It's like it's convenient and good. I guess you pay the price for both of that. So yeah, I guess that's the tough part about lunch decision making with my friends. But yes, let's looking at from trying to make lunch decision with your friends. How would you try to make this process even more efficient? But I think for you are very lucky, as in like it's already quite an efficient process.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, compared to mine.
I have another bunch of friends which includes boys and
Lazy
girls.
to make decisions.
Yeah. So last time when
They
we
just
are
throw it
when we are
around.
younger, the decision is really hard to make because no one want to make it. And then every time we ask, the answer is I don't know. But unlike now, I think maybe because all of us grow up, so at least they give some suggestions, so it becomes slightly easier. So we just choose from the suggestion instead of I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So so I think last time me and another two actually feel a bit frustrated sometimes because the answer is always I don't know.
Well, I feel the same. For when we talk about my group of friends, which is a bit in a larger group, so they tend to do this as well. I don't really like to go for gatherings with them. I because they just can't make decisions. They throw the decision all to everyone. They just don't want to make it themselves. They have no idea. So that's why I rarely gather with them. If I gather with them, it's just because I want to like get update on their status and get an update on their status. So but yeah, I really don't enjoy that. They are not giving suggestion like, and then sometimes they do give opinion when we say it out, they don't like this. So that's the bunch of friends which I kind of live with, and then I don't really enjoy that. Oh, but yeah, sorry for cutting cutting in your
It's
what were
okay.
you saying?
Okay, so but I think I'm quite lucky because my friends, although they last time not now, they don't give much suggestion, but when we give something some suggestions, but they're always okay with it. So in the end, the decision making isn't that hard. Just that we need to eliminate those we don't want until we have a fewer option. Then everything is easier. But now I think it becomes more easier because they started to give suggestion, and it doesn't really just rely on a few of us. It's like everyone. And then one thing is that last time, even that's something that they don't eat, they will say they won't say not okay. They always say okay. But we feel bad because that's something they can't eat or they don't want to eat, although they feel okay with it. Yeah.
But wait, it's like they don't eat at all over at that place or something? Like
yeah.
Isn't there other options that
Yeah,
kind of fit that?
because one of my friends is vegetarian, and then sometimes the place might not have vegetarian option. So now, when we are
but isn't it possible to just like call the like waiter to like exclude like the meat out of this?
Yeah,
dish or something?
it's possible, but sometimes he just say that it's okay. I just don't eat. Yeah, but we can't force him to
I like
eat,
that
right?
he's being quite considerate. Of course, maybe like once in a while, you guys, I believe you guys will like just find a place that works out for him as well, right?
Yeah. So now every time when
that's
we
actually
trying
good, like because he's
to
being considerate, and then you
Yes,
guys are finding a balance between both of this.
true. So as you say, it's very hard for you and your friends to reach the decision making.
Not I guess so, but sometimes I just do it this way where because there's one thing I don't like as well. I don't want someone to just like when you confirm conform with my idea, and then they just, but when you end up there, you and after we eat there, it ends up being very negative where you just complain about whatever you don't like. All this like come on, is the point the food or like us being together? So sometimes I the plan of gathering is actually about us, right? So if the food is bad, well, just be it. Like at least you feel full, right? It's not all about trying to get the best value out of your money all the time. Sometimes it's just about the time that we spend. So I don't really enjoy this food part. Sometimes I rather just like have my own lunch, have my own dinner, and then just meet them. It works better that way. Like when we meet, we don't talk about our experience with the food. Yeah. But yes, actually we are supposed to talk about efficient lunch decision making. we have kind of branched off a bit to talking about gatherings and stuff, and how I talk about I don't really enjoy my gathering because of the food factor. But yes, if you talk about other than the great suggestion which you have made in the beginning of the podcast, listing it down, do you have other ideas? I do know that there are certain apps which, but I'm not sure why there hasn't there isn't a full-fledged feature or an app that really works. At least I never searched it up. I know that there are few like departmental stores, they like to create a feature in their app to just like randomly choose a food they like, because it's a very common problem in Malaysia where we can't decide. But I'm wondering why don't like Grab Food or Food Panda, all these, they can just make a I'm feeling lucky button. Just click it. Then of course maybe you can choose your price range. It starts with price range, and then whether you want to cuisine or not. So there's like a few filters whether you can turn on or off, and then just click it, and then poof. But okay, maybe there's some concern of being unfair or something.
True.
I wonder is that But I guess if it's random, it's totally random. So, but yeah, I think this would actually work out. Like, because in Netflix, they have this button as well. Like, it just randomly. I think it's already introduced to the public. So you can like literally just click that button, and then it randomly chooses a suggestion for you.
I don't actually know this thing exists, but after listening to what you've said, I think it is a good idea. It works.
Right? It's a good idea.
And I
right?
think if that's the thing that is provided to me, I guess I'll use it quite often.
Okay. But I think for both of us it's actually okay. For both of us it's okay. So having this thing, but for some people, which tends to give opinion about the choices that are made, the suggestion that are made, I guess maybe it doesn't work out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when something just came out, they're just like, oh, I don't really want this. Let's choose over and let's let it let's randomize again. I guess it doesn't really work out for them. But yes, what do you think is the main reason behind people giving opinion? Like not knowing what to eat, but also having a lot of ideas on what not to eat.
Oh.
What do you think is the main reason behind that? Well, for my friends, they tend to dislike food that doesn't taste so good, or like it's not worth it. Yeah. So I guess this is particularly the food quality criteria, food quality criteria, and then the money criteria that resulted in this. Yeah, and then because I believe it's because of these two criteria as well that it's hard for them to make decision now.
Oh.
Because whatever that we see good, I guess it's just conflicting because you want good food and you want it cheap. So
yeah,
it makes them hard to make the decision. So
I guess it's because the value of money, how you look at the value of money. So like your friend, they want something cheap and good, but that's not always the case. But let's say for us, we might prefer something good, but it's okay to be not that cheap.
I'm okay with either. I'm okay with either, as in I'm okay with cheap and taste not that good, or good and expensive. But of course, I will usually have less of those expensive options because they're expensive. But generally, I enjoy trying something new. So if you give me a choice, I would try to try the restaurant that is actually new, because the thing is, ultimately, any food is actually okay. They are just, I'm not trying to get satisfaction from the food itself.
So it's for your survival.
It's not something. One reason is that. Another thing is that I can't really control it. I can't fully control it. So I rather try something new. Like even in the same restaurant, I try to go and order something that's new off the menu. Because I want to explore something new. I kind of get the satisfaction from this something new, like, oh, this is actually quite interesting. Oh, this is actually quite good. So I don't try to find something that tastes good or like value my money. I want to try something that's new. Of course, like if it's new and it doesn't taste good, I'm like, it doesn't taste that good. But of course, at least it's still a discovery for me, where like, oh, so this dish looks like this, which is like not something I like, but at least I knew something. So for me, I don't necessarily have to like choose the what they call worth it on the list. I just want to try something that's new, and then that is usually not the problem for me. Of course, worst case, if I'm just that day I just want to have something simple that works, I will go for my usual option. Like maybe like chicken rice. Like something that won't fail. So it's either this or let's try something new for me. That's kind of how I make my lunch decision.
You actually,
like if I don't.
Okay, you continue first.
No. So there are times where I just don't want to feel. I don't want to spend so much money, and then it's a very simple decision for me. Like I just go for my usual option because like, it's quite cheap. So, I just do it this way, where if there's too much criteria for me that day, I'll just go to my usual options. Because I guess my default option is something that fits in all those criteria. So like, why so hard? Like, go back to that. Of course, if I'm feeling pretty happy today, like trying to try to explore something, then maybe I'll pay more, explore something new. But yeah, even if it's bad, it's like fine.
Then I guess decision making for food, for us, at least for us, might be kind of related to our emotion.
Emotion. Emotion wise, yeah. I think mainly, but for me, even emotion wise, there's only two things. If I am feeling lucky, no, not really feeling lucky, but yeah, I'm just like, I'm in quite a good mood. I'll try to find, explore new options. If I'm very busy, I want to save time, or today I want to save money, something like that. Yeah, let's go with default option or something simple.
From this perspective, I guess I'm the same as you. Sometimes I'll explore new stuff sometimes, but not all the time. Yeah, I think also depending on certain circumstances, like I'm feeling happy today, then why don't I do something different? Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's actually quite simple for us then.
Yeah. Just like when you say that, it actually reminds me of my brother. Last time when we used to go to a restaurant, he always just order one type of food forever. And I don't know why. I asked him. He said, I don't know. I just feel like it. Then yeah. I really.
Well,
What?
he's actually well, at least from my perspective, I feel like he might be, maybe he's just trying to go with a safe way out. He's lazy,
true.
that he don't want to think, and then he want it to be safe. He would want to try other stuff, like lazy, and then I want to be safe as well. So like, why not just go for my no fail option?
Yeah, I
something
think
like that. Yeah.
highly
Kinda makes sense.
possible.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I think I did that as well, but just yeah. Usually when I want no fail, then I'll do that. But of course, this kind of leads to my insights, but I want to keep my insights to my insights. But yes, for what about for those people that can't accept our way though?
I think of something. Okay, decision making. It might be two way. One is rational, and another one is by intuition. So I guess we're more on slightly rational part. But for those people who are more towards the intuition part, maybe we can do like you write all your preferred cuisine into, let's say, small notes, and then you put it in a box, and then every time when you don't know what to eat, then you just pick one.
But then they might just like comment on that. Oh, I don't feel like eating this.
Yeah.
But actually,
so before you do that, you have to understand that if you pick one, then you have to go with it. This is your own responsibility to ensure.
Okay, that is true. I guess that's true. But actually, I think that those that are more like inclined to intuition, I think they are just easier to be influenced by other people.
Oh yeah.
As in, like, let's say if they watched a video about people eating hot pot, they might be inclined to actually go for hot pot. But then they just think of, oh shit, I don't have the money for that. Then they can't go for that. But then they are still thinking of that because they are too influenced by that. So I guess it comes down to your own self-control and then understanding where, like, maybe I can't do this, then I should be settled for something. And another thing is, I think happiness is a choice. I guess happiness is really a choice where it depends on how you look at things, because ultimately people try to choose what they want to eat because they think that by eating that they get the satisfaction themselves. But they shouldn't limit themselves to that option for getting satisfaction. There's a lot other things. So it just depends on how you look at it. Like, I can literally, at least, well, I've never really tried it, but I'm pretty sure I can eat chicken rice for at least one or 2 weeks without getting tired of it, because it just tastes good. Every time you eat it, it tastes good. Yeah, fried rice as well. Like, all kinds of fried rice. Like worst case, if I do need something, I'll just add a fried egg on top of it. Like
Yeah.
it makes everything better. I guess it depends on how you look at things. So for me, I'm just quite appreciative of the food, which why can literally sometimes when I eat it, I can feel like, why does fried rice just taste so good? Yeah, like this moment, this
I
moment
can
in time, we just like sit
literally
there and think,
imagine your facial expression whenever you get good food.
Yeah, that's why. So I guess it's happiness is right. It comes down to how there's not really a total efficient way of lunch decision making. Like depends on how you define your satisfaction. How much is like what you actually how you define your satisfaction. If you actually make it something simpler, like you don't make it so hard to make yourself happy. I think you can be pretty much okay with anything.
Yeah.
Like how we do.
Yeah.
Just have less criteria. The reason I guess if you want to be happy, then why make yourself, if the reason of being happy, the food that makes you happy is quite expensive, and you really want to be happy, like why spend so much effort trying to find like the worth it food? Like just spend it, right? Like it's a quality of life thing. So like occasionally I think it's worth spending on. Like, that's just don't try to get try to get the satisfaction within yourself. Instead of like tied to something. Like don't get happiness from the worth it factor, or don't get happiness for some people trying to eat something that they get to eat. Like, my friend ate hot pot yesterday, I want to get that too. That's how satisfied. Like I feel like I'm the same level of that. Like I think we just shouldn't tie our happiness and satisfaction to all this kind of abstract emotions.
Yeah, true. And I think we have to consider those factors like your ability to spend and other those uncontrollable factors, like because let's say you have 10 ringgit to spend, and then within that 10 ringgit you might not get as good as 20 ringgit stuff. Then you have to be
basically like understanding your own level.
Yeah.
And then like of course if you're poor you can't wish you can't wish to be rich right now. You have to work for it, something like that. And generally be gratitude, I think, like just be thankful of what you have. Like, because sometimes we always think of what we want, and then the reason we feel unsatisfied is because when we are comparing to what we want, which is obviously something you don't have now.
Yes.
You feel sad, you feel bad about yourself, but you never thought about those people those people that don't have what you have now.
Yeah.
Like what about those? So I guess generally be gratitude. Like you're pretty, then you're pretty okay with everything. I think, right? Yeah. So the way to make lunch decision make efficient lunch decision is either go for a default choice, or the choice that you want, or just generally be gratitude, like okay with anything, I guess. Yeah, that's just be like easygoing.
Yeah,
okay with anything. Yeah, I guess that's our wrap up. Do you have anything to say?
I think I don't have.
Okay, but so like generally it comes down, it just boils down to how what you think, and then because like if you're being gratitude, you're pretty much okay with anything. Anyone give any suggestion, you can just go with it. So
so basically it's how we view that stuff.
How you choose to be happy. Like today, like exactly the same thing is that I can be happy eating all this kind of bad food as well, but the best part is that the reason I'm feeling happy is not because I'm having bad food, it's because I'm with this bunch of friends. But of course I just don't like the negativity where you feel the conversation around the terrible food. Let's not talk about it. Let's just talk about us. That's the best thing. So yes, I hear that you have some insights for this week.
Yes, haha, like finally.
Okay, yeah. Do share your insights first.
Okay, so So I got this idea actually from a TED Talk video that I watched, I think 2 days ago. So it's
2 years ago. Wow.
2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days. Sorry. For some reason, I just hear years. Okay.
So it's actually talking about happy is a secret to better work.
Okay.
So it tells that actually 90% of our happiness is not predicted by the external world. Okay, so and many people actually tie this success, or let's say career success, to happiness. Like when they they follow this like formula. When I work harder, I'll be more successful. When I'm success, then I'll be happy. But then as they found that 90% of the happiness is not predicted by the external world, this doesn't work out. It's like, let's imagine it as a spectrum. Like you're working on this side, but your happiness is actually on the other side. So it's So the speaker suggests that we should reverse our happiness and success formula. Like let's be happy, and then because when the person is happy, then the brain experiences this thing called happiness advantage, where the brain will perform better when it is at the positive state instead of those negative, neutral, or even sad state. Then this so-called positive experience will then lead to your intelligence increases, and then creativity increases, and then in the end resulting in a better work. So it's actually reversing our usual view on how successful and happiness can be.
Okay. I agree with this, but actually this is something that which I kind of just realized this quite recently as well, because previously like a lot of people talk about you need to be positive first in order for good things to happen. And initially, last time I never believed in that. I thought like it's actually the other way, where it's because of this good thing that caused you to be positive, and then that's how it goes. So you don't do it the other way. Like you don't just wish to be happy by being positive. But in fact, from a lot of people, I think it does work this way. So sometimes we just put all this happiness, positive stuff onto some abstract things which are not within our control. So like, why do we put all this stuff not within our control? It's actually our mind, right? It's something in our mind. If we just choose to be positive or choose to be happy or satisfied in different ways, that it's like a feedback loop. When once you're happy, and then it encourages you to do this thing again, and then which makes you happy and something like that. So it keeps on going, and then you be more productive, more happier, better work output, all this. Yeah, would you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so
how about your insight?
Yes, my insight was just I was watching some Yes Theory videos this week. So Yes Theory is actually a bunch of they like to film a lot of challenges-ish thing, but not really challenges. They do it like mainly to seek. They have this motto called seek discomfort. They try to step out of their own comfort zone, so they don't do all this kind of thing. All this kind of thing that people usually don't. So and I got this, and then I thought of this insight, like our life is finite. Like it's limited. You will die someday, at least for now. And of course the world is the world or the universe isn't entirely infinite. But because of our finite life, for us it's actually infinite, because there is no way we can fully explore it within one person's finite life. So I like to call this insight. Why limit our finite life in this infinite world? Like it's why are we trying to go the same way as how other people go when there's just so much to explore? Like, what's so wrong on doing other stuff that people never do before? Like I was so particular. I saw where it was mainly about traveling, like those two videos. I saw him going to Tuvalu, which is a very very unpopular island. It's like out there. I'm not sure if you have heard of Fiji Island. Fiji Island is like it's a very small island. I think it's not very close, but it's like the closest place it's to Fiji Island is probably New Zealand, and then Tuvalu is like closer to that, but it's a very small island. Like people like you might not know about it. So when they go there, when he go there, it's like it's it's very funny because he just literally went and searched up like what's the least visited island, and then Tuvalu came out, and then he went there to have fun when most people actually go there for like UN missions, United Nations missions, because that country is might be gone soon because of global warming. The sea level is rising very fast over there. So like when people hear that it's going there to have fun, like everyone that hears about that is actually very surprised by that. But then the people there is very friendly, like, and they do mostly communal living. So people can just come over to your house and whatever you're eating, then just sit down and eat with you. And then when they are young or something like that, this is very interesting. When they are young, so like when two kids get very close to each other, and then they just start calling each let's say like me and you, like I just start calling you a sister, and then my family will automatically like just accept you as a like literally a sister. Like they just do that. Like the relationship works very in very cool way. So yeah, like there's all these kind of and then he went to Bhutan as well, which is the world happiest place, and then they have this gross happiness index thing, so the country values happiness very much. So when I see all these things around the world, I just think about we always think that like we can't do traveling, all this stuff, and especially I've read the 4-Hour Workweek book, so it really just makes me think of why are we limiting us with this such boring, not like okay, boring, the definition of boring depends on people, but to me it's a very boring because everyone is doing it. Why are you going on the same journey? Why don't we just like do things like this? There's like so much to explore out there, like so many interesting stuff. So our life ends someday, and there's just so much to explore. Why are we keep learning the mistakes of other people? People always say, I want to retire and go and travel around the world. Why can't we do another thing? Why can't we travel the world and retire? Many people when they hear this, they might say that it's impossible, but it's impossible because we never spend time thinking about how to do that. Yeah, because a lot of people show you that you can retire then travel around the world. But in fact, a lot of people prove that you can't as well, because maybe by the time you retire, you're too old or something. There's a lot of restriction. So if we actually put time into thinking how to travel the world then retire, I believe that's a way. So yeah, why do we just limit ourselves, our finite life in this infinite world?
I think
just my insight.
Maybe some of us like you are more conscious about our own life. Some people might just live every day by day, the same, they're okay with it. So some people are more conscious about it. I want something different in my life.
Yeah, not really different, because like the point of this thing is like the universe is infinite. Like there's so much thing going on. Like in our perspective, it's infinite. Yeah, like like even like choosing food and stuff. Like, why do you? Of course, there's nothing wrong with that, but since you know that your life is finite, why don't you just like Try more stuff.
Mm-mm.
Fill this finite bar of life with more experiences instead of filling it with imagine it as a like a chart. So like when you make it into a stackable chart, you put different colors, right? Each color represents something. Like let's say if you just do the same thing every day, you can see that your chart is very boring.
Yeah.
And then you can maybe see 25% is something, 10% something. So it's like easily readable. Why don't we just make it like into something that's very colorful? Yeah. Because the universe is like full of colors, all kinds of colors. Yeah. So why are you just picking those colors every single day? Why don't you just make something that's even more colorful? Yeah, like color is basically an equivalent to experience. Like, yeah. And the thing is, if you follow whatever other people did, of course it might be different, but the thing is, the color, it's only slightly different, maybe in a different shade, because you're doing something different, but still similar in the foundational. At its core, it's still the same thing, because you're still traveling the world after retiring. Just that you are maybe working on different job, you retire when you're different age, so the shade of color is different, and then maybe the percentage is a bit different, but when you compare to it, there's not much different to it. It's not a rainbow color. It's just something that is like similar to others. So why do you want to be something that's similar? Like imagine making a chart. Like why do you want to be similar to others? Why not just make something uniquely different? So yeah, that's one. Of course, the toughest part would be us to just like step out of our comfort zone and just do that. That's why I'm very impressed of Yes Theory's videos, and yeah, he really made me want to go to Tuvalu. But the thing is, I can't find any flights to Tuvalu. It's like it's too hard to go. But it's a very, very cool place. Like literally, their capital is like a U-shaped island. So at most points on the island, you can see both sides. Both sides of it are sea, like water. Wow. It's very nice, and then the water is very clear. So yeah, and then about all the communal stuff, it just sounds cool. Yeah, everyone is like smiling, saying hi to you. Yeah, everyone's so friendly. But the funny thing is like even the boarding pass is like handwritten. Oh, when it flies up, yeah. so yeah, like, just some interesting stuff. Like, we should be more brave and explore. Like we shouldn't limit ourselves to all this life that people live. Yeah, I guess even like doing what Yes Theory did is like doing similar stuff. But it's okay. At least we're just like you're doing similar stuff that not many people do. And like just being a salary man. Yeah. Probably 90% of the population have the same thing a similar thing in their chart. Yeah. So basically, yes, this is my insight of the week. Something I found, and yeah, I really wish to work on it. So, but yeah, maybe I'll because I'm now still in my uni, but I'll definitely something I want to do is like just completing all the world marathon majors. I should spend time in doing that, like literally just go and run the marathon. Cool. That's like the first part of my life, like doing things which people usually do. Like people usually don't do. Like I say that I have to work, so I can't do that. But I think I should try that. Yeah.
That's great. I guess I'm still trying to look for something that I'm so passionate too. About.
No, yeah. Cool. All right. I think then that will be it for this episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, thanks everyone for listening. I guess we feel kind of bad. We didn't really reach a rule book on how to make lunch decision efficiently, but at the end it kind of just like be thankful, be grateful. But yeah, hope everyone still enjoyed this episode, and yes, see you guys next week. Bye
bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you are not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with the link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye. Yeah. Well, this episode is actually very hard when I found out that okay, so like trying to cater to everyone's like efficient way of lunch decision making is like actually very hard.
Yes.
So, like, and I feel like everything like most of world's problem just comes down into like taking on the responsibility of the feeling, the emotional part, right? Isn't it? Like, because like usually it's like guided by the emotion that we kind of can't make the decision or something. So when we kind of control that, then there's no such problem anymore.
Yeah, imagine you're a robot, then you don't have this problem. You always choose something.
Yeah. Because yes or no, yes or no, yes
yeah.
or no. That works as well actually. Like you can literally just, well, for people which are just like they are very very rational, they can just draw out a what's that, a decision tree. So yes no, no, yes no, and then they just get to the answer they want. Yeah. But yeah, anything you want to say about this?
I guess no.
Okay. I guess then that'll be it for this episode then. Yep, I'll be getting going. Yeah, actually I want to share about like my today's lunch decision. So yeah, today my parents aren't cooking, so I just suggested why not. So I have, because this is my birthday month, so I have these 2 vouchers which if we spend money there, they're gonna give a cake. So I was like, why not just like take away from these 2 places? That's why I made the decision down today's lunch. Like basically, there's cake there, and then like just go and buy it. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up those food later. So yeah, I think that's it for this week's episode. Okay, see you later.
Okay.